Welcome to Tortilla Talk Tuesday, where I answer your questions and don't edit the vlog very much. Let's start the day off strong with some rocks, shall we? It wouldn't be a Colleen vlog if we didn't talk about rocks or look at rocks or do something that has to do with rocks. So let's look at some rocks. First one I'm excited to do is the obsidian because I've been working on this for a long time. I thought obsidian was a rock that polished really fast, or like tumbled really fast at least, and it's not going that fast, so. Oh my God. There was a huge disgusting beetle on my strainer and that just made me have a heart attack. Ew. What is that thing? Anyway, back to doing the rocks. Just gonna dump these out. Okay, hold on. They're actually looking quite beautiful. I'm stoked. I think these are pretty close to being done, which is amazing. Oh my God, I'm a mess today. What is happening? Next one. Okay, those are looking all right. Time to do the next one. I have a lot of tumblers to go through today, guys. This is exciting for me, but boring for you. Ooh, she's sludgy today. This one is very sludgy, guys. Very, very sludgy indeed. Why is it so sludgy? I know why it's sludgy. My tumbler stopped working. I thought it had only stopped tumbling for like an hour, but maybe it stopped tumbling for like the whole night or something because this is very thick sludge. Oh my God. Okay, just one more to do and it's the big honker and it looks like we've had a mishap. What? Oh my God. Something horrible has happened here. It looks like it leaked. Oh no, this is not a good tumbly day, guys. All my tumblers, something happened to all of them. This one looks like it leaked and so there wasn't enough water so it turned into like cement. This is gonna be bad. Oh no, there's like cement crusted on this thing. This isn't good. Well guys, you win some, you lose some when you're tumbling rocks and today I lost some. I lost a lot actually. I don't know why I ever said this would be boring. This has been quite an adventure. All right, I'm gonna deal with all this. I'll see you guys later.
Hello everybody, I'm doing my makeup. I changed my shirt and I need to do my hair because we're about to record the podcast. We always try to record the podcast on Mondays. Mondays are always so hectic, which is why I like to record Tortilla Talk Tuesdays on Mondays because the day is so busy that I don't usually have time to edit very much. So I don't know how much I'm even gonna vlog today. Probably not much more. I'll probably just answer your Tortilla Talk questions. So sorry, I'm gonna have to keep it a little bit brief. But hopefully we have a really wonderful episode of Relax for you this week. So if you feel like this vlog isn't enough, don't worry. Tomorrow you'll see the episode of Relax. I'm going to finish getting ready. I'm going to record the podcast and then I will see you guys later when I answer your Tortilla Talk questions. Okay, bye.
Hello everybody, let's answer your Tortilla Talk questions. Chandra Schultz said, Tortilla Talk question. I know there are a lot of smells you don't like, but what is your favorite smell? I love a Bath & Body Works apple hand soap, and I love wintergreen candles. Hope you're having a great week. Thank you so much. Week has only just begun, but I did have a good weekend. We had a lovely Valentine's Day, and then I actually saw my nephew in a production of Into the Woods over the weekend, and he was so cute. I love Into the Woods. My favorite musical of all time. If you know me well, you would know that, and I love that show. I love Stephen Sondheim, anything, but Into the Woods is my absolute favorite, and my nephew, Duncan, was playing Milky White, the cow, in Into the Woods. My niece Bailey was the stage manager for the show, and then my nephew Parker and my nephew Jacob were also helping at the show, and it was just so lovely to see little Duncan on stage performing. He did so great, and I have a little bit of footage of that, so I'm actually going to show you a little bit of him doing Milky White because it was just so cute. Go! Cute is that? Now, your question was not about that, but you did ask how my week was, and the week's only just begun, so I need to talk about the weekend. So that was my weekend. Anyway, what was the question? Oh, you said there's a lot of smells I don't like. Are there a lot of smells I don't like? I'm sure there are, but smells that I do love, I love a balsam and cedar candle. Anything Christmassy, pine tree smelling, it's like my favorite scent in the world. I love the smell of freshly baked chocolate chip cookies or kind of any chocolate chocolatey baked good, brownies, chocolate cake, anything like that, fresh in the oven. Oof, give it to them. That smells so good. I love the smell of gasoline because I'm weird, I guess, but I really do like the smell of gasoline. I love the smell of my children. Is that strange? Maybe that's strange, but especially when they're babies, I love the smell of my children. I love the smell of firewood burning, like from a fireplace, from a bonfire. That's probably one of my favorite smells. And I think it smells even better when it's cold outside. Like if it's cold outside, there's something about the crispness of cool air mixed with the smell of like a fireplace burning that just smells so good. Chantal said, what are those cameras? I have a 3-year-old that would love one. So you were talking about the cameras from one of my vlogs last week where I bought all my kids these little cheapo cameras from Amazon. And I'm just going to look one up right now. I bought them all different ones because Maisie got a kitty cat one, Wesley got a dinosaur one, and Flynn got a whale one. So I think they were all different cameras. But if you just search kid camera on Amazon or on anywhere, you'll see a bunch that pop up. So like here's the one that I got for Maisie. It's this little kitty cat camera and it actually prints pictures in black and white. They're horrible quality, but it's really fun for the kids to do. And it is only $23 if you look there. And there's different colors. So there's a blue and a pink one, but they're basically all around this price. And that one can do video and pictures, and it can print pictures on this little like crappy receipt paper, and they look terrible, but it's really fun to do. The footage looks really cool. It sounds terrible. So the sound quality on all 3 of the cameras is really bad, but the video quality, it's bad too, but it's like a fun bad. Like the video quality is like an aesthetically cool, like, oh my God, so vintage. Like it's cutesy. So I like the video quality. I might even do a vlog with it. I just think that'd be fun, but the sound quality is pretty horrible. Anyway, I'm not going to put a link to it because they're all different ones that I got for my kids, but truly just search like kid toy camera on Amazon or something, and you'll see a bunch of cute little cartoony looking cameras, and they're so fun. My kids have a blast with it. This question is so important. Tortilla question: if a hot dog had legs and could run, would it run vertically or horizontally? Very important. This is very important. Now, as I read this question, obviously the image that immediately popped in my head was a hot dog vertical like this with little legs popping off the sides running along. No part of my mind thought about a hot dog this way with legs coming out the bottom. In fact, when I read that from you, I was like, what? What is that? What do you mean? Hot dog horizontally with legs? Like I couldn't even picture it at first. Now I can picture it, but I don't like it. I think it's vertical. I would never automatically go to a horizontal hot dog with legs. But if I were to analyze this situation, I do think that makes a little bit more sense because what I don't like is a vertical hot dog with legs. You either have to put the legs so far down on the bottom that it looks kind of odd, or you have to put them a little bit higher up, so they have hips, but then there's like the bottom of the hot dog that kind of comes out, and that's a little inappropriate looking and strange. So I don't know. Maybe the horizontal hot dog with legs is the way to go. By the way, is that what you meant by that question? Maybe I didn't even answer that right, because you said, would it run vertically or horizontally? I think you mean like that, like vertically or horizontally, like would it was running, where would its legs be? But do you mean like would it stand up like a human with 2 legs, or horizontally with like 4 legs like an animal? What did you mean? Now I'm thinking about it too much. Okay, let's move on to the next question. Chloe said, breastfeeding tips. Hey, Colleen, I'm 33 weeks pregnant and I'm planning on breastfeeding. I'm so freaking nervous. Do you have any tips for being successful and not quitting early? I want to listen to my body and my baby, but I need advice. By the way, watching your pregnancy vlogs and videos helps me a lot. I have pelvic girdle pain as well, and it's killing me. You're my comfort. I've been here since 2013. Oh my gosh, that's so nice. Thank you, Chloe. And do I have tips on breastfeeding? My number one tip is you know best. Do what's best for you and your baby. That's the number one. You know better than I ever would. Number 2 is talk to your doctor, especially if you trust and love your doctor. Talk to professionals. Don't talk to an idiot on YouTube or listen to my advice, because I don't know what I'm talking about, but I can tell you my experience with breastfeeding, even though I don't know that I would consider it advice. I would just say, this is my experience. It's good to hear everyone's different experiences with different things. I have quite a journey with breastfeeding. So I always wanted to breastfeed, even though I did get told at one point in my life that my breasts were for my man and not for a baby. And that's crazy. Literally, it's the reason I have boobies, is to feed my children with them. But anyway, it was always my plan to breastfeed. And so with Flynn, it did just kind of come naturally. Now, that doesn't mean it was easy. When people say, oh, well, breastfeeding just came naturally to me and my child, that doesn't mean it's easy. It's still hard. It's still, you're dealing with sore boobies and nipple areas and chappedness and biting and clogged ducts, which can be extremely painful and it's time consuming and it's hard, but it is really awesome if it's awesome. What I mean by that is that like if it's awesome for you, then it's awesome for you. But for some people, it's just not. Some people just don't want to do it. Some people can't. But with Flynn, I had Flynn vaginally and then he immediately was put up on my chest and we started practicing breastfeeding right away. And I never had an issue with a supply. My milk came in right away and I just for some reason never really had issues with that. And I'm so grateful for that because it was something I really wanted to do. But it does take practice from you and from your baby. It takes practice to get used to the best way to hold your baby, and the baby needs practice learning how to suck and all these things. So it does take work. Now with the twins, they were preemies and they were in the NICU, and so they were fed through a tube for a while, and then they started practicing learning how to suck and eat through a bottle. And we also did try to breastfeed a lot at the NICU, but trying to get them to learn to suck from a bottle and also eat from me was slowing down the process, in my opinion, just with my kids. This is not for all kids in the NICU. With me and my children, it was slowing down the process of them coming home. So eventually I stopped trying to teach them how to nurse in the hospital and just focused on bottle feeding so that I could get them home. There's a whole list of things that they have to do in order to leave the NICU, but the main thing that was holding my kids back from coming home was they needed to eat by themselves without the tube feeding. They needed to be fully bottle fed or breastfed for 24 hours and like fully every single feed. That wasn't the only requirement, but that was the one that was holding my kids back from coming home, especially Maisie. So since the first 6 weeks of the twins' life was bottle fed and through a tube, they didn't have much practice breastfeeding. And when we got home, I tried and I tried and I tried and they tried and they tried and we just could not get it together. So I stopped trying to breastfeed. This is so long-winded. I'm sorry, but that's only because I didn't know any of this stuff before I had a baby and before I got pregnant. I didn't know anything about it. I didn't know anything about any of this stuff. So I like hearing about it and I like talking about it. Anyway, so I stopped trying to breastfeed the kids with my breasticles and I continued to breastfeed them with my breast milk, but through pumping and then through bottle feeding. As someone who has experienced breastfeeding exclusively for over 2 years and also bottle feeding with breast milk and also bottle feeding with formula, because when the twins were 7 months old, I stopped pumping and I just fed them formula after that. That was a very hard transition for me. I've also had my babies fed through a tube into their nose. So I've kind of had all the different versions of feeding babies and how they can be fed. And they're all great. Feed your baby. Do what is best for your mental health and for your baby's health, and talk to your doctor about that and talk to yourself and figure out what is best with your little family. And don't listen to what anyone else ever says to you. If they try to shame you, you are the mama and it is your choice what you want to do and how you want to do it. So just make sure that baby is safe and fed and you are doing it right, girly pop. But after doing all these different types of feeding, breastfeeding exclusively with Flynn was my favorite. And it's because for me and my life and my experience, it was the most convenient. I was working from home, so I could breastfeed exclusively all the time. I didn't have to leave my baby at home or with a nanny or at a daycare and have him, be pumping at work. I could literally just breastfeed him whenever. For Flynn, it was very soothing and comforting. He really liked it. So if he was crying for any reason, if he was hungry, obviously, but if he was sick or if he was scared, if he was nervous, if he was tired, any emotion, any feeling, breastfeeding was the cure. It was magical. And I'm not saying that this is the case for everyone. I'm saying for me. There are moms out there, though, who would say they prefer pumping. And there's certainly a lot of moms out there who say they prefer formula feeding. And once I did switch to fully formula feeding the twins, oh my God, it was so much nicer to not have to stress about pumping because I really hate pumping. And so the fact that I could finally stop pumping all the time, that was really nice. And so there's some moms that feel like really happy about formula. Oh my God, this is so long-winded. You asked me for advice. What am I even saying? Okay, advice. I don't have advice. I can only tell you my experience, which I just did, and I could continue, but I won't. The only advice I have is do what you know is best for you and that baby, and find the products that are best for you, because breastfeeding is a job. It is like a full-time job, whether you're pumping or doing it straight from the titilonas. Find products that make it a comfortable experience because it's a full-time job. So I loved my boppy pillow. The boppy pillow went around my waist. Flynn could lay on that and he was at the perfect height, and it was just made it a little bit more comfortable for me. I made sure to have like this little rolling shelving unit thing that could be by my bed, but could also roll around the house if I chose to breastfeed at a rocking chair or whatever. And in that, I put, wipes and nipple creams that helped because, girl, them nips get chapped. So I made sure to have like my favorite creams and lotions that I needed that were safe for baby, but also helped me. I had snacks and my water, and I had a haka right there because sometimes my ducts would get clogged. And so there's like this remedy with like the haka and hot water and salt. Look it up if you ever get a clogged duct. It's not fun, but the haka was always in that little cart. So just finding the products that will make your breastfeeding journey more likely to be successful because you're comfortable. That's what my advice would be. I could talk about this forever. I just did. I'm going to move on. Oh my God. Okay. We're going to end on a fun one. It's Lindy said, Tortilla Talk question. Can you make a video of going through your white rug and showing what you find? I thought this was so funny and a really good idea. So we're going to try it. I'm not going to do the whole rug because my office is a mess, but I'm sure we'll find something fun. So I feel like I stepped on something over here earlier today. So we're going to start out over here. Oh, I already feel something under my toe. Hold on. Oh no, I lost it. Oh, that's the problem with this rug is like you can step on something and feel something and be like, oh, and then when you try to find it, it's gone. Dang it. Where is it? Wait, hold on. Ew. Oh my God. I feel it. What is it? A tiny piece of cardboard. I feel something under this heel now. Hold on. Oh, what is it? I'm telling you, there's so much stuff in this rug. A rock. Wait, is it a rock? No, wait, this is hot glue. Oh, it's a glob of hot glue. Wait, no, wait, is it a rock? What is this? I think it's a rock with hot glue on it. So it's a combo. It's easier to find stuff when I'm walking than when I use my hands. My hands, I feel like don't have the weight to like find this stuff. So I have to walk like this to find it. Okay, we're walking over here. I'm just going to walk around until I just felt something else. Okay, hold on. Wait, I know I just felt something. I'm telling you, you can step on something and literally this is a lid to glue. This type of glue that I use to rhinestone things. This is the lid to that glue. So that's interesting. I know I felt something under here too. Hold on. Oh, it feels like a rock. It's a bead from my Taylor Swift friendship bracelet days. A bead. Styrofoam. A little diamond red heart. I mean, it's just going to be trash and rocks, guys. I don't know what to tell you. I don't think we're going to be finding anything exciting, but I'll keep looking. Found something. Did I find something? Hello? A monster truck sticker. And I could keep going, guys, but I'm telling you, it's just going to be rocks and trash. So I think I'm going to stop. But thanks for watching, and I will see you guys very soon. Goodbye.